want to invest for the long term. We want to invest for the long term. This is the key. So here's the S&P 500 since 1980. And I want to show you, green means it went up, and red means it went down. Okay? Is there a lot of green? Is there some red? Here's the analysis of that. There were 34, over the last 44 years, there were 34 years the market went up. And there were 10 years the market went down. So the two words for when it goes down is, don't panic. Hang tough. Work through it. Okay? Go to Palm Desert in August. Whatever it takes. Overall, an 11% return. Okay? It's great numbers. Every $100 invested in 1980 be worth 13 grand today. So I'm going to show you right now how people do this and how people get totally screwed up. Okay? So in the last 20 years, somebody invests 10 grand. Okay? It's a good number. It's not insignificant. Okay? So someone invests it and just lets it ride. I mean, the S&P 500, I'm not picking winners. I'm not listening to, the latest and greatest trade information. I'm not occupying my mind. I'm going into the S&P 500, boom, money's in. Lowest cost of opportunity for that. If someone put 10 grand in, the S&P 500, never even thought about it again, 10 grand turns into 70 grand. Is that good? Are you sure? Can you say yes? How many of you would like to turn 10 grand into 70 grand? Let me see your hands nice and high. So if I took 100 grand, it would become what? Okay, are we tracking? So people get scared, get nervous. People have their lifestyle get out of control, and they have to rob their investments. Or they're very smart, sophisticated, and they want to time the market. Okay? So the first column I'm going to show you here is if this person invested 10 grand, but in a 20-year span between taking their money out and putting it in, they missed 10 days. So they just missed 10 rebound days in the market. Instead of 70 grand or 700 grand, how much do they have? Okay? 32. They got scared, they got nervous, they got lifestyled, and they didn't let it sit there. But wait, there's more. Over a 20-year period of time, they missed 20 days. Not a lot, still not up to a month yet. 20 days out of the market, what's it turn into? 19 grand. They missed 30 days. One full month over the course of 30 years. It's worth 12 grand. Congratulations, you managed to turn 10 grand into 12. Because for 30 days, over the course of that time, you had your money on the sidelines. Missed 40 days, it's 8,900. Missed 50 days, it's 6,200. Missed 60 days, 4,600. They say to the fella, how did you make a small fortune in the stock market? Well, I started with a big one. Okay, now watch. Who's taking their money out of the market the most? Let's have a look at this. Put it up there, Case. In the last 12 months, only 13% of the boomers took their money out. Gen Z, that's my kids, only took 17% out. That's because they don't have any money and they're broke, so they're not taking anything out. 21%, the Gen Xers. And the millennials. This is the technology group. This is, the lifestyle people. There's a lot of cool stuff about millennials. It's a giant, giant group of people. 80 million people in this country alone. Even a higher percentage in Canada. 49% of millennials took their money in and out of the market in the last 12 months. We are drowning in information and starving for wisdom. That group there has more information than anybody else. And they're making poorer decisions than anybody else. Because the number one thing you need to be successful is time and patience. If you want to be rich. But wait, there's more. There is the asset called real estate. So here's a 5-year projection of home values, just the next 5 years. So a home that's worth 400 grand today, pretty solid projection, that'll be 483 by 2029. By 2050, they have the number at 640. Real estate's a good investment. Buy real estate and hold. Buy real estate and hold. Andrew Carnegie, he made his money in the steel business, and he was the mentor for Napoleon Hill, said this: 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. That might be something you want to take a photograph of. You might want to quote that to a few clients. You might want to do that yourself. He made his money in the steel business. When he sold the steel business, he bought real estate. Okay? You don't wait to buy real estate, you buy real estate and wait. Does that make sense?